Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. So here we are in week 3 with chapter 2, manufacturing costs, concept and components. There are 9 learning objectives for this chapter. However, for this week, we will only look at 5 of them. 1. Importance of cost information. 2. Difference between costs and expenses. 3. Cost classifications. 4. Manufacturing costs. And 5. Non-manufacturing costs. Importance of cost information. The importance of cost information is to enable management to carry out these functions in an organization: planning, controlling, and decision making. Difference between costs and expenses. Costs. Costs are sacrifice of resources to acquire products or services which will benefit in the future. For example, the cost to acquire machinery. Expenses. Expenses are sacrifice of resources to obtain benefit in the current period. For example, insurance expenses. Cost classifications. Costs can be classified into 3: function, behavior, or assignment. Under function, we will look whether costs incurred are related to manufacturing or non-manufacturing, that is, selling and administrative processes. Under behavior, we will look how a certain cost will behave in response to a change in activity. Under assignment, we will look whether certain costs can be assigned to an object cost. Under function, costs can be divided into 2: manufacturing costs and non-manufacturing costs. Manufacturing costs consist of 3 costs, that is, direct material, direct labor, and manufacturing overhead. Meanwhile, non-manufacturing costs consist of 2 costs: selling costs and administrative costs. Under behavior, costs can be divided into 3. The first one is variable cost. It is a cost that varies in total in direct proportion to changes in the level of activity. For example, direct materials. The second one is fixed cost. It is a cost that remains constant in total regardless of changes in the level of activity. For example, depreciation on machine. And third, mixed cost. It contains both variable and fixed cost elements. Example, electricity. Under assignment, costs can be divided into 2: direct costs and indirect costs. We will look at the explanation later. Let's have a detailed look at manufacturing costs. The first one is direct material. They are raw materials costs that can be traced to the finished product. For example, wood in a table making. Second is direct labor. They are labor costs incurred in converting raw materials into finished product. For example, assembly line workers. And third, manufacturing overhead. They are all manufacturing costs except direct material and direct labor. They are also known as indirect manufacturing costs. For example, indirect material. Manufacturing costs or product costs are sometimes called inventoriable costs. It consists of direct materials, direct labor, and manufacturing overhead. If we combine direct materials and direct labor, they are called prime costs. They are primary costs in manufacturing finished products. But if we combine direct labor and manufacturing overhead, they are called conversion costs. They are costs incurred to convert materials into the finished product. Now let's look into detail at non-manufacturing costs. Non-manufacturing costs can be divided into two. The first one is selling expenses. They are costs to market finished products. For example, advertising expenses. The second one is administrative expenses. They are administrative costs of the organization that cannot be assigned to either production or selling. For example, director's salary. That's it for this week. Don't forget to answer the lecture quiz for this week. Thanks. I'll see you later next week. Bye-bye.